What's up, everybody? 10 techniques, 10 days. We are on episode 4, giving you guys 10 techniques that I love to do, my favorite St. Croix rod, what I pair everything with, and how I might approach things a little bit differently than some people. So today we're going drop shot. This is going to be a weedless drop shot is what I'm going to go through today, and kind of how my setup and which St. Croix rod makes the biggest difference when it comes to a weedless setup and a drop shot like I have right there. Legend Xtreme. Starts with the rod, guys. Legend Xtreme, 7 foot, medium fast. A little bit heavier than what some people are probably used to. And of course, my favorite is just gonna be right here. That is the brand new Missile Baits Magic Worm, 6-inch Magic Worm, guys. This thing, we have been prototyping this thing all year long on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Several of us have. And this thing just flat out catches them. And I'm gonna kind of give you guys some tips and ideas of why this worm is very special right here, along with the rod, your sunline setup. Everything is so important when it comes to really anything, but especially a weedless drop shot like we have here. So again, the rod, 7 foot, medium fast. A lot of guys, you know, when they think about any type of drop shot, they're like medium light. Guys, I go a lot heavier than what some people do. You know, and my thought process is the medium light actions on a drop shot, really small hooks. Sometimes I feel like we don't get a good hook in the fish. I want to make sure, especially with a weedless setup like I have here, which is with a bigger hook, I want to make sure I get a good hook in that fish. So I can really put some meat and muscle into them with this setup to make sure I get a hook in that fish. And of course, weedless means I'm throwing this thing around a lot of cover, whether it be brush piles, docks, even for smallmouth and mooring buoys, grass, anything like that. So I want this setup to be a little, I want to be able to have some meat in this setup right here and really be able to get a good hook in the fish right there. So 7 foot, medium fast, Legend Xtreme, guys, the highest quality carbon fiber that they make, the energy transfer, carbon fiber guides, all the way down to the reel seat. It's an absolute dream. If you have not fished or even put one of these Legend Xtremes in your hand, you have to at least feel what these rods are capable of, and you'll see what I'm talking about once you put one in your hand. So we go down to the line. So the line, of course, you guys hear this almost like a broken record, 16-pound Sunline X Plasma braid, high vis. I'm a line watcher, paired with 10-pound Sunline Sniper fluorocarbon. This setup, so strong. I can tighten my drag down, not all of the way, but I can put this thing pretty tight and I can really make sure I get a hook in the fish, because this line just simply, it is so hard to break. Dream setup right there, and then all the way down to the hook. This right here is the G-Finesse Gamakatsu. This is a finesse heavy cover hook, size 2. Small hook, but it's got a lot of backbone, a lot of meat to it, but still finesse enough to put in this little magic worm right here. It's got a good bait keep up there that you can slide that worm into, and this magic worm is of course tender enough, and it's a little more tender, so you can really don't have to worry about that hook coming out. So I'll bury that hook. I don't put the hook out on the outside because I have enough meat in this setup to drive that hook, and that way it's going to stay more weedless, and you're just not going to get hung up as much. So guys, so you be careful when you're throwing a drop shot, guys, because I think a lot of people tend to go too light on their setups, and they're just simply not getting good hooks in the fish. This is something that I changed, and I used to be 6 and 8 pound test every time I threw a drop shot, and it hurts your feelings. I started going up, a little bit heavier rod, 7 foot, medium fast, a little bit bigger line, guys. Alberto Knight ties the two together. It comes through your eyes, you know, just as clean as, you know, it's effortless. Everything is effortless when you have the correct setup. And of course, on a drop shot, I'm always gonna go with the lightest weight possible that I can get away with. This right here is just a little 1/8 ounce. Depending on the wind, depending on how deep you are in the cover, depends on how big of a weight, but I always wanna try to get away with as light as possible. But guys, this is your weedless drop shot setup. From the Legend Xtreme all the way down to the Sunline products, and then they got, of course, the Gamakatsu hook, and one of the most important part is that brand new Magic Worm by Missile Baits that they just released, guys. It just came out. This thing right here has a ton of action. It's super soft, which means it has a lot more actions and the fish just simply don't let it go. This was a key part. If you guys watched in Lake Fork this year, I had a top 10 finish there. I had a lot of fish that were starting to get pressured, and I could put this on top of them and get them to bite, get them to eat almost every single time. Brian Schmidt had a really good finish at Pickwick this year, and this is what those fish wanted. So there's a lot of us that have been prototyping this the entire year to make sure it got right. But they are released now, guys. Your favorite retailer, get you a sack full of them. They come in some incredible colors. So look them up, missilebaits.com, Tackle Warehouse, wherever you buy your favorite missile baits product, you'll find them there. And of course, the Legend Xtreme, you got to put one in your hand if you haven't yet. These rods are a dream. So guys, thanks for watching. Hit me up with any questions in the comment section. I'll get back with you as soon as I can, and I hope this helps. This was episode 4. Episode 5 coming to you soon. Dream big, tight lines. See you next time.